joined the Army, and I had an accident on my back. I got ran over by a Jeep, and it's just not showing. They say muscle spasms, and I may be in pain the rest of my life. So I decided to leave the small town and come up here where the big place is, and try to be more comfortable. And maybe it's nice day. It's been starting getting cold, and arthritis is making my teeth hurt.
Okay.
I got a toothache right here
Mhm.
when it gets cold, and I'd really like the warm weather, but I can live in the cold weather. And I go see the doctor on a regular basis, and they keep treating with me and give me extra medicine, pain medicine, and they got some aluminum like Bengay and to
Mhm.
rub on my sore pain. And sometimes I can't find it where I put it up,
Mhm.
and I just got to sit down and concentrate where I hit it at. And I don't really fall down, but they might classify me as a fall risk. You have to wear a bracelet on your wrist,
Mhm.
and it identifies you at the medical facility.
Okay.
And they're more careful with me that way, to be right there and walk with me.
Mhm.
And I try to go to church, and to bring that in there with me, they didn't like that much. So I've been trying these outside meetings where they have church in the parking lot.
Why didn't well, they didn't like you inside the church?
This thing, it takes up a lot of room, and
Oh, that sounds hypocritical.
well, it's mostly me. I didn't feel comfortable
Okay.
taking it into buildings.
But the doctors, the old saying is, the physicians are for the ill, not for the healthy.
Yeah.
So if it's them, it's a problem. But if it's you, you know, you should feel comfortable.
Uh-huh.
There's people that go, if you go to downtown, I've seen people sitting out there with a booth or something. You talk to them yet?
Not yet.
Talk to them.
Okay.
They sit downtown with the booths outside.
Uh-huh.
Talk to people like that.
Okay. I've not met those yet. I'm mostly just in and out, and
Mhm.
I can't stop very long or I'll start stiffening up.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get that out when I start walking back again.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And when I sit down, I can't hardly get up.
And when you get up, it's like you have to crawl. Once you get moving, it gets moving.
Yeah, it gets better when I start moving. It's kind of like warming it up.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for the best, and maybe
Okay.
just try to take what I can put up with.
Well, you seem to have a really positive attitude.
Well, yeah, it's just the pain on the hips it slowed me down. And I got turned down for disabilities, and they claim there's no evidence. Maybe it's my muscle mass that's ripped. When you work out, you stretch your muscles and you're sore, but I don't know if it's that way or not.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll show up on an MRI.
They just can't figure it out. But I'll keep going back to the doctor.
Do you have any mental issues? Because I think sometimes it's easier for mental issues.
Well, not too much. Not really. I'm kind of sharp in the mind.
Okay.
And I just don't like to run my mouth for people. I can't put a stop to it when they don't want to hear it.
Okay.
And
So you were born in Tennessee?
yeah.
Okay. What was your childhood like?
My what?
Your childhood growing up in Tennessee
Oh, yeah.
when you were little.
I had toys, and
Uh-huh.
they got me bicycles, and sometimes when I first started, I wrecked them, and
Yeah.
they got me a go-kart, and I got used to it, and I lost it.
Mhm.
And they bought me a pony.
A real pony or the horse one?
It was a grown-up pony,
A
an
real
old one.
They got me a wood one, but I was in the city. I couldn't have the.
I had a choice of a young one, and I don't know why I chose that old one. I never did
Okay.
really ride it. Never did.
That sounds like a good childhood then, right?
Yeah. But it eventually died. they kept getting school clothes. Every time school started, I'd go get a brand new change of clothes. Brand new one too. And sometimes when I wear my shoes out, they'd buy me a brand new pair of shoes, like wedding shoes, real nice shoes. And I started getting out and running with them, and I had to learn how to run with them. And I like to outrun people. They don't like it though. But I used to be a pretty fast runner. Just, where somebody don't get up and practice, I could outrun them easily. And we'd always rake the leaves at this time of year, rake them up out of the yard and burn them. And I found out they would turn into dirt within the years, and so I quit doing that and make more dirt. And we built a new house when I was old enough to realize, and moved out of the house we had and then into the new one when I was like 7. I remember them doing it. And then when I was 16, they built an extension on it, 2 big rooms. And then I grew up and decided to join the Army. And I don't regret it. I just had that accident, and it's going to stay with me the rest of my life, maybe. And that's about all I can think of.
Okay, so growing up in Tennessee, what would like your breakfast be here, like when you were little, like, or you're growing up? What is the thing? What do you eat here in Tennessee?
We had oatmeal and toast.
Okay.
A big old dip oatmeal.
Okay.
And I learned that the parents can't eat salt, so one day they asked me to make it, and I put salt in, and they got mad as far. But he ate it. It was a medical condition, so I got used to that right quick and not add salt in my cooking. And we'd make biscuits and gravy for breakfast, and have some of the biggest Thanksgivings you ever saw. The parents had families that would come in to gather for evenings. They call them homecomings. And around the 4th of July, and they had tables just full of food, all different kinds of food. And they was real strict about it. People that ain't in the family, they kept them standing in the driveway and talked to them. And every time you turn around, somebody's over there talking to them, not letting them eat. And that was kind of a crazy ideal. And I don't know if they get mad about it or not, but people still come over to talk to us. And had a couple automobiles. My first one was a Ford, and then it was an old car, and it broke down and I couldn't fix it. And then I got me a Camaro.
Nice.
It was an '84 Camaro.
Oh yeah.
And then the engine broke down in it, and I couldn't get the motor to start. Where you bolt the starter up, it cracked, and the starter was
cracking block.
And every time I tried to start it, it would sit there and grind. So I lost that car.
Oh, that's a tough one right there. You got to crack the block.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So it's from what you're telling me, it seems like your life when you were growing up, you had a beautiful life.
I did. I had a good one.
So how did you go from that beautiful life you grew up in to the struggles of being out here on the streets of Knoxville?
That accident I had.
Yeah.
It hurt my back.
You weren't able to work anymore?
I can't hardly even pick this up.
Yeah.
It's I just can't pick up over a couple pounds.
But you're not letting. I might be wrong, but you're not letting this define you right now. You still seem.
Yeah, I take my medicine to put up with it.
Okay.
And they gave me a heating pad, and I can't find it. It helped a lot. Made me feel like I wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
And it's somewhere. I don't know where.
Okay.
I might try to get that back. Find me another one, because it really helped.
You don't have a disability.
Not really.
You don't have any income at all.
No.
How do you manage to eat and?
Well, I just go to them soup lines and eat. And they especially show up on Saturdays. And then Thursdays, a different church serves lunch, a big meal. And on Sundays, this a group gets together and their meal is like snacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a yogurt and a donut for breakfast, and a cup of coffee, and then for lunch they'll give you a hamburger. But I'm not starving to death. I'm just I got to develop my life better than what I own. Maybe I can.
Because like most of the people that I see out here that I meet are so desperately trapped in addiction. Their health is deteriorating. I mean, they look hopeless. But like, you're even like you can carry a good conversation. You know, most people that are in the streets are really far lost. Mental health deteriorated. You know, you do seem. Is that a cop?
Well, I'm not really addicted. If I get my hands on a beer, like when they have the ball games, people just lay their beer out and go away. And 3 of them, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm out of it.
So, how do you stay positive out here? It's just your personality?
Well, I want to survive and live. I really want to experience this and keep going through it.
Okay. What is the most generous thing somebody's done for you since you've been out here?
Oh, I don't know.
Something that somebody's done for you that just brought a smile to you and made you happy.
Oh. Well, it sounds crazy, but a store lets me go in and do shopping where other people went in and shoplift and ran out of the store.
Yeah.
And they was around my group. He still lets me go shopping, so that's kind of a generous thing.
Yeah.
And we ain't never found them yet. It was crazy.
Do you ever have law enforcement bother you for like sleeping in a place you're not supposed to, or?
Sometimes, and they tell me to move on. One time I was sleeping under a walk bridge, and they said, you gotta leave. And another time it was another bridge, like the interstate, and they said, you gotta leave. So they're comfortable with saying to get out, and I don't want to really sit there and argue with them because they might change their mind.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you sharing your time with me. Show me that broken wheelchair. Before I leave, I want to show people what you're dealing with here. You got a broken wheel down there.
It goes right here. And when I walked, it started wobbling and it fell off a couple of days ago. So I balanced my weight up here.
Okay.
And keep it leaning.
Tilting over, yeah.
And
so, do you just need a washer for it? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It's the bushings, bearing. It had ball bearings in it.
It had ball bearings that came out.
And
is there a hardware store around here?
I think the Army will buy me another one.
Okay, they'll get you another one soon.
It's called an F-22.
Okay, F-22.
And they really tell you don't sit in it and ride because it hurts it. And I got these bags like 40 pounds of stuff. And I might be the one wearing it out.
Okay.
Maybe.
You got a little bag from the sheriff's office here?
Yeah, it's my water.
Okay. Well, all I can say, you don't have like a cash app or anything like that, do you?
No.
No. Well, if anybody sees you, what's your name again?
Mike.
Mike or Mark?
Mark.
Mark.
Okay.
If anybody sees you around Knoxville, you're friendly, you're approachable, you know, say hello, right? Thank you so much for your time.